Hello, Sumit. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine, sir. How about you?
Good, fine. Sumit, you applied for front-end position, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Before starting, tell me about yourself.
Yes, sir. So my name is Sumit Mahajan. So I did my BTech in civil engineering. So before working into the IT industry, I actually worked for 3.5 years in environmental as an environmental engineer. So past 2 years, I'm actually working in this IT sector. For the past 1.2 years, actually, first 1.2 years, I worked as a front-end developer and mostly worked with the UI part. And for the past 6 to 8 months, I think I'm working on Angular. So yeah, that's it about me.
I think means you're working.
No, I'm actually working in Angular
Okay.
project. Yes.
You are working on Angular from last
Yes.
8 months.
Yes.
Okay. Then why are you changing current job?
So basically, actually, our company is not exactly dedicated towards the Angular development. We just happen to had a couple of projects on Angular. So that's how I actually got a chance to work on Angular project. So yeah, so apart from that, there is nothing more exactly challenging to work in the Angular apart from the basic work that I have done. So I thought that this was kind of the right time to see for a better opportunity where I can actually explore Angular more.
How much you rate yourself in JavaScript and Angular out of 5?
Out of 5. So JavaScript, I rate myself as 4 out of 5. And yeah, I think 3.5. I'll go with 3.5 with Angular because I think there's still more to learn for me.
Okay. Okay. Tell me what is the function?
So basically, a function is a bunch of code to do kind of a specific instructed code. Actually, yeah, we can say that.
What is
So
difference between function declaration and function expression? Can you
function.
write one example on each one? Share your screen.
1 second. Just can you give me 2 seconds to open my VS Code?
Okay, no problem.
So function declaration is when we actually directly write a function, and function expression is when we kind of assign that the function to a variable. So that is called as function expression. So just give me a minute. So function declaration is kind of we can use that function before, at the line of code where we have kind of declared it, and we can use it before that as well. Just a minute. Just let me know if you can see my screen. Hello.
Yes, Sumit, your screen is visible. Okay.
Yeah. So first one is the first function declaration. Second is function expression.
Okay. What is the use of index of and caret?
Caret. So index of actually gives you the index number of the character, So char at is when it actually gives the index of the character that we want to find.
Show me one example on.
Just a minute. I think I misspoke that. Index of actually gives you the index number and char at gives you the character at that particular index. So it gives the index of word L. Um, L.
Okay. What is difference between slice and splice?
Slice and splice.
Yes.
So basically with slice, we have to write two indexes. So first index, we have to, first index is the start point of the cutting for that particular string, or we can say array. And this next index number is at where the particular array or the word should be cut. So that's the slice. And in splice, that is specifically used actually for arrays. So in splice, we write actually 3 points. So first is the, I think first is the starting index, so where we have to cut the array. Second is number of uh, actually elements after that particular index that we need to remove. And third one is we can actually add the amount or numbers or values at that particular point, after that particular point. So the three sets of
Can you write one example on splice?
splice. Okay.
Yes.
So I'll remove one element and then I'll add actually two values to see if that works.
Don't run it. First explain it.
Okay.
Then
So the first number 2 actually represents the index number. So that will give me the number 5 value. So the array, the output we will get, it will be starting from the number 5. And then the next number 1 actually represents that I want to cut the next one number only. I can add 2, so that will consider two values, 8 and 8. And the third number will be the whatever the value I'm actually adding into that array after the index 2. So this is how the three values work. On the side 9. Beautiful. I think I wrote something wrong. Okay, I need to check it actually. But this is how it was. Sorry, I think I kind of mixed up something in this.
Excuse me, can you speak loudly?
Yeah, sorry. So I think I kind of mixed it with the another concept. So I'm not getting the proper results, and I can't remember it at the moment.
Okay. No problem. I'm sharing some declaration with you.
Okay.
Don't run it, just explain it. Tell me what will be the answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, copy it from chat.
So okay. Variable is 10. But, if we can define 10. So we need to find the result. Okay. Okay, with 20. A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C will be 20. This will be 20 and this will be 10. So it is string. So it gets concatenated. So it will be 20, 10 plus E and F. So 20, 10 plus 10. So it will get into converted into number 20, 20. And sorry, 20, 10, 10 plus 20, 20, 10, 20. I think, yeah. I think it's
Can you write line number 37?
yeah.
Implemented.
Mm, mm, I think yes.
Sure.
The number plus string should actually get concatenated into, yeah, yes, number plus string
Okay.
should be
Remove
given.
it and check.
Yeah.
20, 10, 20, you
Number
say.
32, 38, so 20, 10, 10 plus 10.
And
Okay, okay, yes. So
Yes.
the whole thing up to E will gets converted into a string, and then it acts as a concatenation. Yes.
You say 20, 10, 10.
10, 10, yeah. At the last, I thought it will get converted into a number, and then the final number will add as a kind of addition, normal addition.
Okay. Now remove the line number 34.
Line number 34.
Or commit it.
Okay.
Okay. Again, line number 28. Commit it.
28. Okay.
Okay. Now what will be the answer?
A, B, C plus E, right?
We have already one variable result in that.
Okay. 10, 10, 20, 20, 10. This is undefined. It is string. So I'll just write it down. I think it should be and 10. I think it should be something like that.
I want a concrete answer. Something like that. Not this is proper answer.
Sorry.
I want a concrete answer.
Yes, I'll stick with this.
Okay. Now uncomment the line number 28.
28. Okay.
Yes. Comment the line number 32.
32.
Yes.
Okay.
Now what will be the
2010. Okay. So as we previously seen, 2010, that will be string 10. And then you have defined. Yeah. So this.
okay?
Yeah. Undefined. I have to check, but yes, this
Okay,
should be
check
done.
it. Check it. Why are you removing C?
Sorry, I thought there was a letter D. Actually, you will see that. Yeah, 2020 undefined.
Okay, good. Now remove the C from line number 36.
Okay,
From line number 36.
36.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes. Now tell me.
Plus B, A plus B, EF. So it will be 30. 30 plus undefined. I think it should be not a number. I think. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. What is the purpose of factory function and constructor function?
Factory function and constructor function. Actually, they both kind of used to create objects, kind of act as a blueprint to create kind of if we need multiple objects with kind of same key and type of key or same pattern, we can use actually factory function or constructor function.
Okay. What is the destructuring object?
Destructuring of object. So basically, okay, I know in theory, so we can actually at the same time we can actually declare kind of different variables or set of values inside an object using destructuring of array. I think.
Can you show one example on that?
Okay, I'll try.
Yes.
Actually, I'm not sure about it, but yeah, I think the theory is something similar that I do know structuring of restructuring of array, and for object it actually acts similarly. So it's kind of declaring the values inside a variable.
Are you sure on that or not?
At the moment, no. I'll just be honest with you.
Okay. What is event flow and event capturing?
Event flow and event capturing.
Yes.
Event capturing is actually kind of, I think it's considering what event has occurred and kind of holding that data. I'm actually not sure about event flow.
Okay.
Event capturing is exactly whatever event has happened, we can actually store it and getting that. That is definition. Event flow, actually, I'm not sure at the moment.
Okay. What is the rest operator and spread operator?
So rest and spread operator. So basically, spread operator, we can use it on array or object. So it just kind of destructure, kind of what we can say, separates the data from the array form and into individual form. And rest operator, we can use it to kind of combine the data together. It's a similar way, opposite way to each other.
Can you show me something on that?
Okay. I have an array, I think. Array one. So this is kind of spreads the values from that array. So 1, 2, 5, 8, 8, 9.
Okay.
And rest operator, actually, I don't know exactly how to use it, but I think its meaning is to, and it is opposite to the spread operator. But at the moment, actually, I can't remember how to exactly use it.
Okay. What is the callback hell?
Callback hill.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So there is, but actually this was used before JavaScript JS6, I think, ES6 part of the JavaScript. We use multiple callback functions to kind of create an asynchronous behavior. Not exactly asynchronous behavior, but particular action. We wanted a result after a particular action. So when we use kind of these multiple callback functions into a function, that kind of loop which was created is called as actually known as the callback head. So one callback function, another, there is another function inside that, and there is another inside that. So that kind of loop.
Okay. If we have a promise, then why we are use async wait?
Async wait.
Yes.
So basically, async wait was a concept introduced after, into ES6 actually JavaScript. So actually it works quite similar way. So the technical term is more like sugar coating or a promise. Actually, asyncs are. So these asyncs are actually more kind of systematic to write actually. So that kind of makes us it makes the code more readable. And also, if you want to actually maintain it or want to change it for later purposes, so we can do that quite easily actually. So yeah, that's why async await was
So
chosen.
what is the promise all? What is the difference between promise all and promise race?
Promise all and promise race. So as far as I know, promise all. So if we have actually multiple promises to be fulfilled, we and if you want those particular values to be whatever value, the code to be executed at the same time, we actually use promise all. So all the promises will fulfilled at the same time. And I think promise race is when we actually want a particular promise to be fulfilled earlier or later. So if we want to change that, we use actually promise race. So whichever execution comes faster or first, that will execute it. That will get executed first. So that's how it works.
Okay. What is the promise changing?
Promise
Changing.
changing.
Yes.
Change. Sorry, actually, I can't remember it at the moment.
What is a prototype chain?
Prototype chain.
Yes.
So basically, prototype is nothing but the properties of object that I know. So prototype chain. Sorry, actually, I'm not sure.
Okay. What are the modules in JS and why we use it?
Modules in JS.
Yes.
Sorry,
Excuse me.
actually, I'm thinking about it. So I do know. So basically, modules are kind of act as a container to store kind of interrelated information or function or kind of related codes together. So that is actually known as modules. So JavaScript exactly, for example, I can't remember it.
Excuse me, Sumit, can you speak loudly again?
Okay, sorry. So I know modules. Modules are nothing but kind of which holds or organize a similar or interrelated function and information. So I know that. So in JS, actually, I'm unable to remember an example to actually nothing. I can't remember any example at the moment for modules.
Okay. What is service worker?
Service worker.
Yes.
Mm, sorry, actually, I don't know that.
Okay. Okay, no problem. What is difference between server side rendering and client side rendering?
Server side rendering and client side rendering. So theoretically speaking, basically all when we actually load our application or maybe UI on the browser, it actually loads the HTML first and then the JavaScript, and the JavaScript get compiled on the browser itself, and then the actual web page we actually see. So as far as I'm remember, if I'm remembering correctly, I don't know exact terms, but client side rendering is based on every aspect of that particular development happens on the client side. So that is the browser, and server side rendering is we actually work uh, on the servers. Actually, the JavaScript gets compiled, then it is actually added into the HTML. That makes sense. Actually, need to check it correctly.
What are the main rules to use promise?
What are the main rules to?
Use
Sorry,
promise.
actually, I didn't get the question.
What are the main rules
Huh,
to use promise?
to use promise.
Yes, to use promise.
So basically, when we want to kind of work on an asynchronous data or function, we use promise. So there are four stages, after three main stages that it works. So the first is the promise it is created, then it gets executed, and then it is actually either fulfilled or failed. Then we get the data. So kind of that's the flow it is. Rules. So, yeah, the rules mean when to use. I believe that's the thing you want me to say. Basically, to work on a synchronous function, we use promise.
What is the strict mode in JavaScript?
Strict mode in JavaScript.
Yes.
Mm, actually, sorry, I can't remember it at the moment. I need to check it.
Okay. What is the purpose of delete operator?
Delete operator.
Yes.
Mm, delete operator.
Yes.
Basically, in JavaScript, we use delete to kind of delete a particular if it is an object, we can delete a key and its value. If it's a array, we can actually delete a value or a complete array. Delete. Yeah. Actually used it on object only, so I'm sure about that.
Okay. What is the difference between window and document?
Window and document. So
Yes.
basically, window, I think it's the part of the UI that we see on our display, and document is the entire web page, which can be longer than window.
Okay. What is difference between attributes and properties?
Attribute and properties. Actually, both are used to kind of provide some extra information to that particular wherever we are using. So attributes are actually used on, I think, HTML. Property, we can say there it is, both are inbuilt. Yeah, I think actually I can't remember exactly the difference, but I do know both actually gives kind of extra information about that particular element.
Okay. How to decide which forms should we use?
Forms, okay, in Angular, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so actually there are two ways we can actually create form in Angular. So one is a type template driven, and the second one is reactive. So basically, template driven forms are used when actually the interaction is low. So basically, when we have to create a kind of, for example, a sign up form where we just want to get information from user, and kind of that's the main purpose of it. So we can go for a template driven form. But when we have actually a form with kind of, for example, like feedbacks or some kind of added inputs from the user, so more of an interaction based form, it is better to actually use a reactive form.
Okay. How to submit form by using enter key?
Enter key.
Yes.
So on form, actually, we have a submit event, which automatically actually considers enter as the primary button with the click on that submit button. If you are actually applying it on, actually, if we are taking the type of that button as a submit, so enter actually automatically considers it as a active, if that makes sense. Or we can actually apply an event specifically for key up event on enter button. That's the second way.
Okay. What is the difference between ng form, ng group, ng controls?
ng form.
Ng group. Sorry, ng form groups and form controls.
Okay. ng form groups and form controls.
Yes.
So ng form is a directive kind of used to give our form kind of connected with the module actually. So we get it from the form module, template driven form module, which is used the form module as a module for template driven form. And we have kind of reactive forms module for reactive modeling. Both actually work. We have similar directives to use. So form group is kind of a class which instance we actually can create a form group, and then there is form control, which is a class with instance we actually get a form control from it. Actually, we use it in reactive forms to kind of create a form from TS TypeScript file. If that made any sense.
Okay. We can pass the pattern. Then why we need a custom validation?
Okay, okay. So we can pass the pattern. Yeah. So if we have kind of direct or kind of very easy kind of what we can say validations to be done on a particular form control, we can go for pattern, like a simple solution. But many cases we actually have kind of more complex phenomena like a specific structure of number plus alphabets or something like that. So at that time, we need to create kind of any company can have their own uh, kind of structure for validation. So for that purposes, we need to create our own kind of custom validations.
Okay. What is asynchronous validation?
Asynchronous validation.
Yes.
So it actually works similarly, but asynchronous validation actually fulfilled after a particular thing happened or something. So basically, more like a normal asynchronous function, it actually happens after something. That's the easiest way I can put it in the words. So asynchronous validation works the similar way. So after something happened or whatever our condition is that fulfilled, after that we get the validation error or null, kind of that.
Okay. What is difference between observables and subject?
Observable and subject.
Yes.
So basically, observable in general we use to kind of get data flow. We can say data, and when we actually so basic main subject actually works as observable and observer both the way. So basically, observer are the part where we they actually act as the data kind of flow transferring to the observables, and when we actually subscribe to the observable, it gives us the data. So subject actually works both way, while observable only kind of used to get the data. So subject with subject we can actually so okay. So there is another main difference is that with subject we can get the continuous flow of data to multiple subscribers at the same time. But with observable we actually can create only one kind of uh, data flow on one subscriber. And if we actually apply another subscriber to the observable, it creates a kind of different data source actually, something like that. So subject is actually kind of observable plus observer kind of thing. That's the main difference. And observable acts as only observable to kind of give the data to subscriber. That's the shortest way to say this.
Okay. Create a one array. Let skills is equal to in array HTML, CSS, JavaScript, TypeScript, Angular, like that way.
Okay. Okay. You want me to create
And yes, and create a list. Use and create a input types and create a filter pipe.
input type?
And create a filter pipe.
Type?
Pipe, P-I.
Pipe. Okay. Custom pipe to be created.
I say filter pipe.
Filter pipe. Mm, okay. So from the Angular, okay.
Yes.
So it is actually a JavaScript file, so I don't think it will work, but I'll try to create a
You
structure from
need
that.
to compare.
Do you want me to open an Angular file?
Yes, excuse me.
No, do you want me to open an Angular file?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Just a minute. I'll just stop sharing, and once it's open, I'll.
Okay, okay. Take your time. No problem.
So screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I do know the pipe operator needs to be used on observable before the subscription to actually use the filter or map operators. Is it something like that? Actually, I'm confused at the moment.
Okay. What is difference between pure and impure pipe?
Pure and impure type.
Impure pipe.
Impure pipe.
Yes.
So pure pipes, I think. In pure pipe, I think the only one kind of operator, which actually used without argument and something like that. Sorry, I'm actually confused. I can't remember at the moment.
Okay. What are the decorators?
Decorators.
Yes.
So actually we use decorator function to kind of provide some extra information or functionality to an existing function without altering its original kind of structure. So it gives kind of a meaning to particular. If we are using it on class, it gives kind of a separate meaning to it.
Explain the input decorator and output decorator.
Input and output decorator. So basically, input and output decorators are used to kind of create a data flow between two components which are interrelated between as a relation as a parent child. So input decorator we use to kind of give the data to the HTML element, and output decorator is used to kind of get the information or the particular HTML element from the HTML element to the kind of, in this case, TypeScript file actually. So, speak it in kind of a simple language. So for a particular HTML element, to kind of provide the information to that HTML element, we use input decorator, and to get the information from the HTML element, we use output decorators.
What is the service?
Service. So basically in Angular, there are many times we need to kind of use kind of reusable parts which needed for multiple components or in different modules. So at that time, we can create a service which will be accessible to every component present in the project. We can actually design it that way. So simple language, service is kind of it controls the data which we can make accessible into different components wherever it is required.
Okay. What is dependency injection?
Dependency injection. So basically, as I explained earlier, the services part. So the particular service which we are using in another component, that component is now kind of act as dependent on that service. So basically, we inject that service. That is the technical term. So we inject that service into the component to make it usable. So that is called as like dependency injection. Kind of that component is now dependent on external factors. So that is no dependency. We inject it in the component like that.
Okay. Do you have work on NGRX?
NGRX?
Yes.
No, actually.
Okay. Can you explain RxJS?
RxJS.
Yes.
I think the full form of RxJS is basically reactive expression on JavaScript. So it is actually a JavaScript library which actually Angular uses to kind of better to get a better work, like RxJS has provided, which is observable. Then there are different operators that are used to kind of manipulate data during HTTP calls like that. So as far as I'm actually worked on it, so that are the main parts from RxJS that I use.
Okay. What is the purpose of ng-for directive?
ng-for directive.
Yes.
Okay, so ng-for actually has a similar way. So basically, it used to iterate the data. So in JavaScript, we used to use for. So in Angular, we have to use ng-for. So let value of from that particular array, and then we can use that particular value and iterate the particular HTML array into our HTML element. Like that.
Okay. Now I have some questions on JavaScript. Okay.
JavaScript, okay.
Just a second. I'm sharing.
Okay.
Copy that.
Okay.
Okay. Listen carefully.
Yes.
Write a function to find a pair from given array whose sum is 0.
Write a pair from the given array.
Whose sum is
Sum
0.
is 0. So in
Sum
output,
0
numbers.
Excuse me.
So at the output, you want the two numbers which sum is 0.
Yes.
Okay.
Sum 0 algorithm.
Okay. I'm actually opening a file.
Sumit, you are by using loop, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I can
Do
actually.
you know binary search?
Actually, I read about it, but I don't have much practice on that. So that's why actually I'm kind of going on for loops.
Okay, right.
So I know that binary search actually uses kind of two end values and then kind of cuts it short. But execution is actually I'm not confident about.
Okay, okay, right.
Sorry, do you want me to continue?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Actually, something went wrong. There is another one. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, actually something went wrong, and at the moment I can't able to figure it out.
Okay. Uh,
Output is actually getting no numbers. It shouldn't be that. Something I missed something, and I can't figure it out at the moment.
okay. I'm sharing one declaration with you. Just copy it. Okay. We have one variable str. In that,
Yes,
yes, we have in that some links. Can you make it clickable on UI?
clickable on UI.
Yes.
Mm,
Just first write document dot write and str and check it.
Document dot write. Uh, I, I made a mistake or something on this.
Excuse me.
No, actually, it's supposed to actually give us in the str on the UI, right? Document dot write.
Yes.
No, no, actually, str is undefined. I'm getting it.
Yes. Check it. Check it. Why it's doing undefined.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Now make the all links clickable.
Sorry, actually, I can't able to find any answer.
Okay. What is the web storages?
Web storages.
Yes.
So we actually can store a particular amount of data in the browser's storage capacity. So basically, it's kind of a JavaScript API that was given to us, and it allows us to kind of store. For
Hello, Sumit. Your voice is breaking.
okay, hello.
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 Ah, yes, now.
Yes. Okay. So web storage is nothing but the storage area provided by the browser to kind of store some information from our JavaScript or kind of the document. So there are actually two types that I am know of. One is local storage and another one is session storage.
Okay.
Mm.
Can you explain in tell local storage? How
Local
to
storage.
get, how to set?
Yeah, so basically we can use local storage dot set item, and we can provide a key and value to store the data in that key and value form inside the local storage. So basically local storage data we cannot get deleted automatically. So we have to do it manually. While session storages, we actually have limited time. After that, it gets automatically kind of.
Can you write one something in that, and how to get and how to set data?
So
Show me.
so when we are actually uh, adding data to the local storage, we use actually so this is to kind of store the data into local storage, and so this gives us the value key when we want to get the data.
I heard about parse, stringify.
Sorry, parse and stringify.
Yes.
Uh, yes, I think
Where we use that.
terms, right? Okay, I think it is related to JSON data. So when we want to kind of get, there is a different, actually similar structure, but a bit of different format for JSON actually. So when we want to convert our normal JavaScript data object into kind of JSON format, I think we use parse to convert it into JSON format. And when we want to take the JSON format data into JavaScript object, we use stringify, right? Parse and stringify.
Okay, just a second. I'm sharing one object with you. Just copy it.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm.
Now show me how to set that data in local storage.
How to set data in the local storage?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. If I remember it correctly, I think this is the way to kind of store the objects in local storage.
Okay. Again, I'm sharing one. Just a second.
Okay.
Okay. Copy that. Okay, now I I want to edges of all company, and then addition of all edges. Just
Ages of
just
all company. Okay.
edges of all company.
Okay.
Then I want the addition of all edges.
Addition of ages.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, good. Again, uh, just a second. Yes, I'm sharing again one array with you. Copy it.
List. Okay.
Copy it from.
Yes.
Hello, Sumit.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now remove the duplicate element from that array.
Uh, Duplicate elements. Okay. I think there is a direct method to use it. See. Mm, there is actually a method set. I think I can't remember exactly how to use it. Mm, I can use for loop if that's all right.
And show me.
Yeah. Just let me try something. Sorry, I'm missing the logic actually here.
Okay, no problem.
I think there is set method to kind of directly gives us the unique number from an array. I just need to check how to exactly use it. I used it before, but I can't remember it at the moment.
Okay, try it after that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Sumit, done from my side.
Yes.
Do you have any question?
Yeah, I think I missed already so many things, and I think there is a lot of things I need to look after. But in additional, if you can give me any advice, that would be good.
Okay, Ravi sir will explain
Yeah,
that.
yeah, sure.
Okay. Yes.